Warning, the podcast you're about to hear has a unique conservative perspective and may be politically incorrect, containing some controversy in its message. This episode may speak out against liberalism, socialism, the dark state, and religious organizations. It is possible that evil in politics, education, law, society, and religion will be discussed and exposed. However, we believe this podcast adds truth and value to a mature, disenfranchised audience who may be tired of apostate religions and wicked world systems. Listeners who are easily offended, overly sensitive, or have progressive leanings sympathetic to the topics we expose should be forewarned not to listen any further. We thank both those who choose to listen as well as those who choose not to listen. You've been warned. And now, let us get on with the show.
KAPOW.
Well, hello, Brother KAPOW. How are you?
I'm blessed.
Good.
I'm blessed. It's Freedom Friday.
All day.
All day. It's more like Freaky Friday, man.
It's always Freaky Friday.
Yeah, this is crazy. Crazy news stories. So crazy I can't even talk about it. That's how crazy it is.
Okay, good night.
Yeah, a lot of cannibalism, eating flesh, wanting to eat flesh, a lot of killing people, a lot of just weird, death and destruction.
Very demonic. Very demonic.
Just the whole thing is collapsing. So if you will do a scripture, we'll get right on it because we got a lot of stories.
All righty. I'm going to read from Psalm 10. We'll start with verse 3. It says, "For the wicked boasts of his heart's desire, and the greedy man curses and spurns the Lord. His mouth is full of curses and deceit and oppression. Under his tongue is mischief and wickedness. He sits in the lurking places of the villages, and the hiding places he kills the innocent. His eyes stealthily watch for the unfortunate. He lurks in a hiding place as a lion in his lair. He lurks to catch the afflicted. He catches the afflicted when he draws him into his net. And he crouches, he bows down, and the unfortunate fall by his mighty ones. He says to himself, God has forgotten. He has hidden his face. He will never see it." Psalm 10.
Wow.
Yep.
Ain't that the truth, man?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that
Especially when you think
the truth?
In light of these stories, and you think about these scriptures, these verses.
Mm-hmm.
It's very true.
Yeah. It's like,
how they
I'm not gonna
wait
get
to
caught.
kill you and take advantage of you. These serpents.
Tell you what, it's just not human anymore. It's not human anymore.
No.
Before I get on with the story, I got to do a quick self-serving commercial. The song that I wrote called "Why Won't You Listen?" Why won't you listen?
Inspired by me. No, just kidding.
Inspired by Miss KAPOW. Because she wouldn't listen to me. Now, why wouldn't you listen? I played it last week or Monday. I played it Monday, I think, for the first time. So you might hear it for the first time here. And it's basically, we did a show a week ago last Monday on something like that. Why, how come people won't listen to you when you're trying to explain to them about the dangers they're in and about the gospel of Christ and salvation and eternal life, or just trying to talk to them about stuff like the grand solar minimum or, the mark of the beast or, things like that. They won't listen to you.
Or the earth roaring.
Yeah, the earth roaring. Everything's under water. It's snowing like crazy around here. It's floods and destruction. I mean, unbelievable volcanoes erupting. I mean, the earth is literally just cracking. Mm-hmm. And people, I mean, we try to start conversations all the time with people. A lot of times, people like talking about the weather, I go, wow, because you'll find out they're from Idaho or something like that. Well, man, this is the earliest snow that they've had in history. Never before, unprecedented. It's only mid-October, would say, and it's already snowing. They go, yeah, I remember in 69. And there's no other, like, I wonder why, or some of them are just, they're really unaware of it. Mm-hmm. But anyway, why won't people listen? So I wrote this song called "Why Won't You Listen?" and wrote it, and it will be available November 19th. It is could be pre-ordered November 5th. Could be pre-ordered on Amazon or whatever. It's on all digital retailers, but it will be released later November. So it's in the hopper there. Mm-hmm. All right. And with that, I'll play it at the end of the show. But I found a treasure of some Celtic music that I had played years ago.
Oh, yes.
Really, really good music with some good musicians. And so I found that treasure, and I found the uncompressed files. It was like a miracle that I even had them. Mm-hmm. And what I did is I remastered. I couldn't mix it. It was mixed fine before, but it was never mastered. So I mastered it, and it sounds wonderful. So that will be released also November 12th. And it's just called Celtic Chill, and it's under Mesquite Cafe. So it'll be under the same thing that all the projects are under Mesquite Cafe. But it's really, really beautiful, relaxing music to read by, or, go to the spa, or, study the Bible.
Or just have playing in the background.
Yeah, it's really beautiful stuff. All the musicians were Christians. We played in all the worship bands there in Southern California, and with each other at some point in time when we all met. All right?
Yep. Let's go.
Let's go, Miss KAPOW. I don't have all day. Vegetarians served human flesh after a restaurant owner kills customer and cooks body parts. I kid you not.
That's a dining experience I don't want.
No. If you go to TripAdvisor, type in that restaurant and say, no, eat there. Mm-mm. This is somewhere else. This was in Bangkok, I believe.
Bangkok.
Yeah. It was a vegetarian restaurant to boot. So that's even worse.
Yeah. Just the fact that there's meat served there. It's like,
I wonder, if it wasn't a vegetarian restaurant, like a regular restaurant, no one would have been suspicious of the meat in the dish. Mm-hmm. So who knows how long this would have went on.
Yeah.
So that was probably a good thing it was
maybe they thought it was tofu or something.
Maybe, yeah. Well,
because they said minced meat.
Yeah, minced meat. Diners were shocked when they found minced meat in a dish that was only supposed to contain certain noodles and veggies. So they made a complaint to the Bangkok authorities, and so it triggered an inspection of the restaurant. And they were expected to find minced pork or beef, but nay.
It's human flesh.
Yeah, human flesh. What they discovered is that the restaurant's owner tried to dispose of a man's body by cutting him up, cooking his flesh, serving it to customers.
It's a great way to get rid of the body.
Yeah, it really is. They found chunks of human flesh on the floor and blood splattered on the walls inside the kitchen.
Big clue.
Yeah. And then they found the victim. His name was Lat Krabang. He's 61 years old, or he was, and they found his disfigured body in a septic tank.
Nice.
So, yeah, it didn't go well. Yeah. So, apparently, he frequented the restaurant. He was last seen having cocktails there on October 21st. And I guess he got in a little argument with the restaurant owner, and the guy killed him. And
and here we are.
There we are. And fed him to his vegetarian clientele.
Yuck.
No kidding. So, that's the world we live in. Have you noticed, folks? It just gets...
And that's how people deal with problems on a violent level.
Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm. And it's extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Extreme demonic behavior. Stories that used to be just so individual are now like common, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is in Texas. No, I'm sorry. This is in Florida. A Texas man wanted to rape, kill, and eat a Florida girl, actually a child.
Yep.
Did you see the picture of this guy?
Yeah, he doesn't look good.
Well, no, he's off, man. But boy, he looks like something out of,
yeah, he's pretty scary looking.
Yeah, it's a frightening looking young man. Titusville, Florida.
Well, there you have it. Just kidding.
Yeah. There you have a Florida.
Titusville.
A sheriff says a 21-year-old Texas man had told an undercover deputy he wanted to rape, kill, and cannibalize a child. That's not a conversation you have every day now, is it? Mm-mm. He said that Alexander Nathan Barter, he posted an online ad about trying necrophilia and cannibalism and see how it feels to take a life, in a quote. Okay, now, a couple of questions. Where do you post an ad like that? I mean, where do you post an ad like that?
Okay, well, you look at the guy's face.
Okay,
He doesn't look like a genius.
No, he's messed up.
I'm just saying.
Least. Yeah, he's all messed up. Well, he posts his ad. He wants to try necrophilia and cannibalism and see how it feels to take a life. He wants to kill somebody. I just want to see how it feels. An undercover deputy who also works for ICE, I don't know, saw it and offered Barter a child. Says, hey, I got a kid for you, that you can kill, you can rape, kill, and eat. I got one. Yeah. Can you believe that? So deputies, they drove to a town that has about less than 1,000 people near the Texas-Louisiana border, and they met with Barter. Yeah, and then they arrested the guy on charges, including criminal attempt of capital murder, and confessed before thanking the agents for stopping him because he couldn't stop himself.
Sounds demonic to me.
Yeah, and I think that's an interesting statement. I mean, the demon, the people we've all met people, maybe we've actually had some of those demons in our past, where the drive is so strong, you just can't help yourself. You can't stop yourself. It's this demonic
That's what
push.
lusts are.
That's what lusts are, absolutely. And you see all this sexual perversion today, and people, they can't stop themselves, man. And, because you can't stop on your own. The demonic influences, the demonic spirits that these people are hosts to are much stronger. They take over the mind. They took over the whole, the will. It's unbelievable. Yeah. And once you get them, you can't get rid of them on your own at all.
Only through Christ Jesus.
Yeah.
Really, you have to have a new nature.
Absolutely. You can't get rid of them on your own. And this particular guy, for him to get to that level, like I say, he didn't wake up one day and go, I wonder what it'd feel like to kill a little kid. Rape her first, kill her, and then eat her. I wonder, he just didn't wake up one day. That was something that was a progression in his demonic life to get to that point. He started somewhere, and that's the way the lust is and the demonic drive is. Unfortunately, we live in a time right now where it's all over the place and the portals are open, and we do live in an alien-infested, demon-possessed rock right now. And it's Satan's world. It's Satan's world system, and we have to know that. And it keeps getting worse and worse to the point where I'm like, it can't get much worse, and it keeps doing it. So I don't know where the demarcation line is on this, but unbelievable.
Yes.
Next up. German nurse. It's a male nurse.
He admits to killing 100 patients.
Yeah. Do you know, they think he might have killed up to 200. It's unbelievable. And I will tell you what's incredible about this story is his motivation for killing people. A lot of times you'd read these stories and it was a...
mercy kill or something like that, right?
Yeah.
No. Not this guy.
Not this guy. He killed these people because...
It gave him a rush?
It was an ego thing. What he would do, it didn't matter what kind of patient it was. So it didn't matter what age they were, who they were. But what he would do is he would give them a hot shot of some medicine that would cause cardiac arrest. And so when the cardiac arrest, he would then attempt to resuscitate them back to life. Most of the time failing. Obviously, if he has over 100 deaths under his belt, he failed a lot. But on those occasions that he was successful and resuscitated them, he got praise for it.
That's what he was doing it for.
Yeah, so it was like a dopamine hit. It was kind of like getting a like on Facebook or a sub and a like on your YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so it was all about narcissism. It was all about him. Now, that's not only what he was doing is demonic, taking a life like that, murder is demonic, but what was driving him is totally demonic, folks. Once again, he didn't wake up one day and decide, I'm going to start killing people. It was a slow process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he already serving like 15 years in prison?
Yeah.
For this, and then they discovered other cases?
Yeah. Yeah, he had already spent about 10 years on a life term for other patient deaths. And he was accused of intentionally administering medical overdoses to victims so he could bring them back to life at the last moment. Yeah.
Yep.
And he confessed to it. He said that the charges against him were accurate. He said, so it wasn't like he even tried to say, no, I didn't do that. He says, what I have admitted took place. He told all the grieving relatives and everything.
Yeah. So according to the psychologist that's studying him or whatever, analyzing him, they were saying that killing the patient wasn't his prime motive. It was giving him a heart attack and then reviving him so that he would get the praise. For him, it was like a drug.
Yeah. To me, that's even just more bizarre than an angel of death, mercy killing kind of a thing. That's just bizarre. Apparently more than 130 bodies of patients.
Yeah. And their ages ranged from 34 to 96.
Yeah, it's unprecedented, by the way. Here's that word again. Unprecedented in Germany to have that kind of a case.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. And here's what's amazing. Here's what's really amazing is it could be up to almost 200 patients that he killed because a lot of the patients, the families had them cremated so they can't be exhumed. They're exhuming something like 100 people to see, the drugs that were in them. Yeah.
Pretty incredible.
But here's what's incredible. No one knew. There was no suspicion at the hospitals that he worked at that every time this guy was on shift, somebody died.
Yeah.
And he was like a hero trying to resuscitate him. And no one went, that's odd. He's always at the right place at the right time. No one, I don't understand where supervision came into play. Who was supervising this freak?
I know it.
I don't get it. It was almost, I don't know, Ms. KAPOW, when you read this story, it's almost like he was being protected for some reason. Because you had to know they had him in jail because he got caught drugging some patient, and he got caught. That's why they had him in jail. And as they began to investigate, they found more and more of this. But the families are saying they were dragging their feet. It took them forever to bring these cases against him. Yeah. It says so. A lot of times he was motivated by vanity to show off his skills at saving lives, and by simple boredom. Wow.
That's something
simple
else.
Boredom. Okay. That's way beyond just human criminal activity. That's total demonic possession.
Exactly.
Now, here's I got alarms going off. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, now this is so sad. The Satanic Temple. I feel so sorry for him, Ms. KAPOW.
I don't.
So sad. Netflix is satanic too, right? We all know that. We all know that the junk that's on cable and Netflix and everywhere is not of God. We all know that, right? So Netflix, they do this Sabrina, the Teenage Witch show. I forgot what it's called. Oh, it's called The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Right? And, well, here's the deal. It's a Netflix adaptation of the supernatural Archie comic story. Yeah. And they already have thousands of fans among the viewers.
Of course.
But the Satanic Temple's not happy. And here's why. On Sunday, the Satanic Temple co-founder, Lucian Greaves, he tweeted that the group would be taking legal action against Netflix and the show for appropriating its copyrighted monument. That's the design of their Baphomet. He also added that Baphomet, in particular their design of the figure, is a central icon to the Satanic Temple. And Greaves confirmed to the San Francisco Gate that the group's lawyer sent a letter to Netflix regarding their depiction of the statue. So here, apparently, this new the Sabrina series, this gal's a half witch. Yeah. Sabrina Spellman is her last name.
Ooh.
Spellman. How can you be a half witch? I'm only half witch, half normal. Part of me's normal, the other part's, like Satan.
Well, it's kind of Baphomet-like.
Yeah.
Half and half.
Yeah. Well, this Sabrina's enrolled at a witchcraft school called the Academy of Unseen Arts. AUA, folks. At which a Baphomet statue sits at the center. Now, the show's Satan character, which also resembles Baphomet, is referred to as the Dark Lord.
Ooh.
And that becomes Sabrina's adversary, right?
Okay.
Well, here's the deal. The Baphomet statue created by the Satanic Temple does resemble the statue in Sabrina series.
Aha, there's the rub.
Right? They both have, in their designs, those two children that are flanked
on each side,
looking up at Baphomet's head.
Okay.
So that's not something you find in Aleister Crowley's drawing and all that stuff. That
was added later.
That is the Satanic Temple's design. Netflix used it without their permission.
Ew.
And it's deeply problematic to the Satanic Temple, who said that they would be obligated to make a copyright claim because that's how copyright works, which is a great statement. We have to do it because that's how it works.
Exactly. It's nothing personal.
No,
it's
nothing personal. Nothing personal. Yeah, but he says it's distressing to them because they have to worry now that the association being made people will see this monument and not know which preceded the other, and thinking arbitrarily that the Sabrina design for the Baphomet came before them, and so it cheapens their central icon. You dig what I'm saying?
Oh, I dig it.
Yes. Now, it's also distressing because of the resemblance, right? And he feels that it will cause satanic panic.
Satanic panic.
For the temple, yes, because he believes the show's visual appropriation of the Satanic Temple's image of Baphomet is being interpreted to represent something evil and will subsequently stir fear of the group.
Ah, okay.
Yes, because it's not evil. It's only a Satanic Temple. It's only a Baphomet. It's not evil. Netflix is making something evil at what we made good. So anyway, I think it's funny that the Satanists themselves just can't get along.
Yeah, they war with each other.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so it's fun for these seats.
Yep. Stupid.
Yeah. Okay, some more crazy stuff in a neighborhood near you. Oakland, California.
Yes.
Oakland, California. Now, this is amazing. Some folks, I don't know what they were doing. They were in the backyard of an apartment complex.
And they found a decomposed human head.
Yes. A decomposed human head had a little bit of flesh on it, said Sergeant Michael Cardoza. A little bit of flesh on it, he said. It was decomposed. So what these people did is they walked into the Oakland Police Department with a severed head.
And they thought it was a prank.
Yeah, the officers thought it was a Halloween prank. Get out of here, kids.
Until they took a deeper look.
Yeah, it was a severed head. They brought the human skull to the police station. Yeah, so there were visitors, apparently, 2 visitors at the apartment complex discovered the decaying head in the backyard earlier in the morning, and they decided to take it to the police.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't call the police there to preserve any evidence if there was any, but hey, pick up the head and drive it to the station. Okay. So anyway, they brought it to the police. Police went back to the apartment complex and harassed a bunch of people there. In fact, this man, Manal Adro, says they come into my house while I'm eating dinner. They come in and tell me something about a head. I don't know nothing about no head.
You can hear it, can't you?
Yeah. Right? Leave me alone. Hassling me while I'm eating my chicken,
Mm-hmm.
Talking about some severed head. Anyway, other people were, stunned. But do you know that there was a badly decomposed body missing a head that was discovered nearby in Oakland in September?
Could be this person.
Yeah, but we have another headless body that was found stuffed in a fish tank in San Francisco in August. So what body? Come on, I'm reading this story, folks. There's 2 headless bodies found within a month of each other in Northern California.
Well, that means that there's another head somewhere.
Yeah, I find it a little odd.
Yeah.
On Monday, the investigators said they suspect the head belongs to the body of a man found 2 blocks away, September 26th. And the reason why is both the skull and the torso are in similar states of decomposition and mummification. It appears that they may be from the same person. Now, you've got to love this very last sentence, or the second to the very last. It says Kelly, I guess that's the police person, said a dog or raccoon may have moved the head. Mm-hmm. All right. So far, so good. Now check out this sentence. You're going to love it. Investigators do not suspect foul play.
Oh my goodness. I
know what they were trying to write, but the person who wrote the article is a moron. Don Sweeney. Mm-hmm. Don's an idiot. They don't suspect foul play for the people who brought the head to the police station.
Yeah.
Is what it's meant. But the way he wrote it said, Kelly said a dog or raccoon may have moved the head. Investigators do not suspect foul play. Hey.
These are stupid cops.
Yeah. heads roll off bodies all the time. Wow. Hey, let's take a short commercial break and then we'll come back and do the very last story.
I want to tell you about a project called Mesquite Cafe. Mesquite Cafe is a blues band, and their latest musical release is called Time's End. These songs are about dissatisfaction with the current world systems, hope in ultimate salvation, and warnings about apocalyptic destruction coming to the planet. Time's End by Mesquite Cafe can be found at digital music stores such as Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, Amazon, Pandora, Napster, iHeartRadio, and many others.
Alrighty, we are back.
Yay!
Yeah, once again, just to remind everybody, I'll play the song at the end of the show. Why won't they listen? And if you like it, it can be downloaded or streamed everywhere. And it will be available November 19th. That's when it's released. If you're going to buy it, you can pre-order it beginning the 5th. Mm-hmm. All righty. One last story. It wants me to continue and accept cookies.
No.
I don't do it, but I can still read the story through their film.
Yes.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Well, this woman, she stabs her ex-husband and then she takes a selfie with him as he bleeds.
Is that wrong?
Yeah.
Because apparently in this
wrong.
world, that's not wrong. Yeah. She brutally stabs her ex-husband, apparently. Then she takes a selfie as he lay bleeding on the floor. Isn't that nice? You see the picture of this thing?
Yeah, it's pretty scary looking.
Yeah, she looks like a robotoid. Wow. She's from Siberia. And I don't make this up, folks. She's identified as Olga. You're never going to guess what her ex-husband's name is. Oleg. Olga and Oleg from Siberia. But believe me, they don't look, I mean, if I didn't know they're from Siberia, they look like somebody just, from Southern California or...
Yeah, she looks pretty hard.
Anywhere else. Yeah. She's, nose rings and pink hair?
Pink hair.
Big old, what do you call those ear cannon, the holes in their ears? And,
huge holes.
Yeah. Very weird looking, androgynous looking thing. I can't tell what he looks like because he's in the background holding his gut, bleeding all over the place. You see him there in the corner?
Yeah.
Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah. Nasty.
Yeah. So her name is Olga.
Hoochie.
His name is Oleg. They, I guess they got kind of drunk.
And had a fight.
But rather than call the police for help, the woman snapped a selfie of her posing alongside his bloodied body.
After she plunged the knife into him.
Yeah, plunged it. And then the thing is she took the photo, she sent it to her pals. Hey, look at me. Yeah. According to Russian reports, 25-year-old Olga even told friends the gory image made her look like a beast.
Oh, that's so harsh.
Yeah, she wrote in the message, Guys, I stabbed my ex-husband with a knife. I was taken to accident and emergency for 3 hours, and only now have I cleaned up everything. It looks like I'm a beast.
I know. Oh, that's cruel.
These are demonically retarded people, man. I'm telling you. Apparently, she stabbed him after he admitted he tried to strangle her. She's been arrested on exceeding justifiable self-defense, but she's been released. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, but she was released on the condition that she does not leave home and continues to take care of the daughter she shares with her ex.
So they're
breeding.
They're breeding. Oh my Lord. Oh my gosh. What an animal. She is a beast. Demonic beast. Come on.
And he is recovering from the wound, by the way.
Oh, he's going to be better. They're going to be in love. He's not going to press charges. Guess because they're all in love, and they're going to breed some more. And yeah.
And then we'll have more stories.
Yeah. So when the rapture comes, then it'll all be over. But until then,
hello.
we got to keep reading stories like this. All right.
Disgusting.
All right, Miss KAPOW, I got 33 minutes into the show, and I think that's an occult Illuminati number, and it'd be a good time to just call it quits.
Okay.
Before the Illuminati knocks on the door.
Ciao, baby.
Good night.
I yelled and I screamed, nearly spoke things obscene, all just to get your attention on me. I whispered in your ears, I use love, I use fear, all just to get you. You listen to me. You listen to me. standing at your door. Knuckles to the bone, my blood runs on the floor. Well, I'm clawing and I'm scratching and I'm begging you just to let me in. As sure as the days turn gray, your night will soon be fading away. As you go to the grave, you're gonna beg for just one more chance to listen. The sun turns into night. The moon refuses her light. The stars that fall from the sky. Darkness, darkness, covered your sight. I gave you all my mind. I was hoping you would find just a little time. Oh, just a little time to listen to me. Yeah, I got disappointed and I cried. Not gonna lie. I got depressed and then I resigned. And for the